Alright, we're here live. Hey YouTube. Doing this video quickly because I was going to mention this in last night's video where I was taking a look at what was left of the parade as I walked home from work, just to show that some people had left some stuff, that, like a blanket that could possibly still be wanted. But, that video ended up turning into about 30 minutes of me picking up candy off the ground. Absolutely no worries if it was completely sealed in, like some Warheads I found were sealed in, or I found some Laffy Taffy sealed in. But a lot of like the saltwater taffy and the Tootsie Rolls and stuff, those are a little bit more questionable. I'm going to be a little more cautious with them and just be checking to see, you know, exactly how dirty they are actually inside of the wrapper, because those have a twist wrapper that doesn't fully seal in the candy. You know, making sure there are no bugs on it. I'm not too worried about getting sick, though. I mean, you know that 5-second rule? Actually, some scientists say it's a 0-second rule. Well, not counting my South of Modern Medicine beliefs, which that's for another video, but not counting those beliefs that I have, my mom has too, like, nobody really follows that rule. Kids are always scooping up the candy as it falls on the ground and eating it, and, well, candy's very different than other types of food that could fall down. Doesn't quite meet Fat Tom requirements. Fat Tom is a mnemonic we learned in culinary school. I might get the order of some of these wrong, but as long as they're all on there, it's fine. So we got food, acidity, time, temperature, oxygen, and moisture. There we go, I got them all. Food has to meet all those requirements in order for germs to grow. That's the reason why, provided that the chili powder in your cupboard stays dry, it's not going to go bad. Or any spice in your cupboard, but chili powder especially, because one, it doesn't have enough moisture, unless it gets accidentally too moist in there, but it doesn't have enough moisture, and it's on the too acidic scale, too spicy. Germs don't like that. Then, it's getting actually a little bit hot now, but it was cold just a bit ago. So, what else? Other spices, they're not as spicy, so they have a little bit better chance of going bad. But it's, just but they have to get moist as well. They're also too dry. All your dried herbs and stuff, yeah, they are not going to go bad. Dehydrated foods are a good example. And now candy. Candy is something that doesn't have they have a low moisture content. Some candies are a lot more moist than others. Like, I would think taffy is going to be more moist than, yeah, no, sorry. I'm tired. Yeesh. Taffy is gonna be more moisture than chocolates. Definitely hard candy. Definitely more moist than hard candy. I'd put chocolates in the middle of our candy moisture scale here. I wanted to say that high sugar content germs didn't like. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my bracelet here. Good enough. I want to say high sugar content was something that germs didn't like, but I did a quick look online because that one I was kind of unsure about, and that I couldn't find anything supporting that. So sugar all by itself, though, isn't moist enough. Again, it falls under the spices in your spice cupboard. It's not moist enough. For some reason, I still want to say it's too sweet, but, and maybe that's because I'm thinking of honey. Honey is pretty moist, I would say. but it's really sweet. I don't think it has, maybe it just doesn't have the right acidity level. Like, because they have found honey buried with pharaohs in ancient Egyptian tombs and pyramids, and it's just as good as honey today. Honey lasts for decades. No, centuries. Sheesh. Honey does. So, yeah. But it definitely needs all of those things to be right in order to go bad. So, of course, time and temperature, those, if it's too hot, the germs are going to be killed, except for mold. You can't kill mold, but the most mold will do is make you sick. Ew. Why did somebody just do that? That's from the fair yesterday. Seriously. I would not be happy if someone did that in my house. But yeah, oh, where was it going? Yeah, so candy doesn't, so yeah, if it's too hot, so you can't kill mold. However, okay, what I learned in culinary school, it can't kill mold. The most it will do is make you a little bit sick, not like dangerously sick, but still, if something's moldy, you just throw it out. I still follow that principle. What was it? Oh, yeah. Because with mold, when things get hot, it has a protective shell that it encases itself in, and so you can't kill it. I mean, you could if you threw it into a volcano or had something of similar heat. Maybe put some mold in as you were melting down some metal foundry, but for kitchen purposes, you can't kill it, and so you just throw it out. I have a coworker. I don't really believe this, although it is interesting. Coworker says that with plastic containers, they like to absorb stuff, and so they will absorb particles of mold, and you can't wash it out. And black mold, he says, can cut off your circulation, make it harder for you to breathe without you knowing. Just slowly cut your airflow off, unless you're allergic to it like his sister is. Then you'll have an allergic reaction immediately, is kind of his point. And I don't believe that. However, I did watch a video where basically clean the food out into the garbage can, give it a quick wash with some water and a little bit of soap, go in there with some water and bleach, let it sit for 30 minutes, and then wash that out with more water and soap. That's what this one person was saying to do to remove mold. So I did that recently on a moldy container because I was kind of wanted to be a little bit extra safe, but I wasn't too worried about it. And the candy that I found yesterday, I'm not too worried about either. I think the worst that could happen, if I actually were believing that, I was really going to get sick from germs and stuff, I think the worst that could happen is, like maybe some germs just got stuck to the outside. They're not eating the candy, but they're just sitting there. What am I thinking of? Yeah. But they're just sitting there, not really doing much. Imagine like a piece of tape, and then you stuck it to the ground and it picked up some germs. Well, the germs aren't going to eat the tape, but, if I actually leave germs get you sick, then, but some do. This is for another video. Some do, then, what am I thinking of? I'm lost now. Yeah, some, but, they're not eating the tape, but there's still a small chance they make you sick because you still ingested them, but they weren't working on the candy. So, candy completely wrapped like this orange Jawbreaker. That's going to be 100% fine. I am not worried about that at all. And these I found just today, this morning. And candy like this, it's in a twist wrapper, little taffies and stuff. I would worry about that just a little bit more, mostly because of the dirt content. I wouldn't pick up anything that's specifically been stepped on or really moist because it got wet. That's going to have a higher chance of being a little bit more dangerous and contaminated. Avoid those. But other than that, you should be good to go. You know, there was a little bungee cord on the ground, but the person has a lot of tools and stuff out there, and so I'm not going to pick it up in case it's theirs. Otherwise, I probably do have uses for another small little bungee cord. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. You know, seriously, hopefully this helps you, you know. Oh, I will say also, depending on where you live, too. You know, if there's, like, I don't know. If you live in an area where, like, overnight, there's a lot more things that could get you possibly sick, quote unquote. Like, I don't know. Maybe, you know, like, maybe the water system, I don't know if this is true for any place, but, you know, maybe the water, like, going into your house is nice and filtered and safe to drink, but the water that goes to your lawn, they haven't filtered it as much, because the grass is fine with it, but for you consuming it, not as good. You know, I don't know. Something along those lines. Be a little more concerned, but not too much. It's candy. Candy lasts for quite a while. Some of it can go bad, but a lot of it just doesn't meet Fat Tom requirements, and germs aren't going to be able to grow on it. So, yeah, I'm going to enjoy most of this candy. Well, I shouldn't say most, because there's a lot of pieces that are just ick. I don't like the taste and I won't eat. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like below. Check out my other stuff. You know, you might like it enough to subscribe and just go do some good in the world or something. I'll see you guys in whatever's next.